Your takeaway from first weekend?
You can take away a lot in wins and losses. I mean, you learn so much. I'd much rather win and figure things out and teach these guys points that come across the game. But, I thought we got a lot of talent offensively, position player-wise. But, I think obviously the pitching staff was really key this weekend. And 2 of the 3 starts are really quality. You get a performance like Ferrone today, which is almost like a start. Early in the year, your starters, if you can go 4 or 5 innings with 60 to 75 pitches, so you realize there's going to be a game or 2 you're going to need a second starter, and so maybe Koger and Ferrone gave us that this weekend.
Kind of building off that, you put out a fair amount of arms, tinkered with the lineup these few days. Given what you saw, was there anything that surprised you, or did everything kind of unfold about how you expected it to?
No, I don't think anything surprised me. I think you tell these guys, hey, we trust you, man. We're playing you because we trust you. I'm nice, but I'm not that nice. I'm not just giving charity at bats and innings. Like, these guys have earned it. And I think it was probably most enjoyable watching Wiegman, who goes through some arm injuries early in his career. The year after the arm injury, it's been hard for guys to find it. I remember Brian Hoeing going through that and just feel like he can't get it out. Hawks had to go through it a little bit early on. But that stuff was electric. I mean, that was after he put himself in a little bit of a jam. We created the jam, running the guy out there with the tie and run at the plate, and then he walks the first guy. Now you got the winning run at home plate, and great job getting a double play ground ball and getting back in the zone.
What do you think Raj says? He did it twice today, where you go out there and then it was all of a sudden just a quick change, because there were all quick conversations when he goes out there.
Yeah, I guess sometimes the less is better, right? Less is more, and I'm sure he's very wise with his words. He's got a lot of experience with it, but that just comes from your relationship with the pitching staff and communicating with them and having a lot of older pitchers, even though that's Ferrone's first outing. I mean, you come out of a junior college and, with the success that he had, and he pitched in a lot of pressure games. I mean, he won a national championship at the junior college level. So a lot of good things, but, we got a long ways to go, and obviously we got to get better in some areas, but it's a good way to start the year.
Obviously you want to win them all, but how does it feel to get a sweep on opening weekend?
I mean, we're trying to win every game, and we don't really talk about sweeps a whole lot. It was really, the message was be 1-0 today, and you look at college baseball, you see the scores around the country, and you try to educate them on parity and don't lose your edge. And these guys won a game at Duke, and they won a game at Virginia, and they're not going to quit. They're gonna, and they showed it, man. They had a lot of fight today, and we had to earn it. So, we definitely earned it.
You don't always open at home, but this weekend you open at home, and good crowd here today, and some fans in. I mean, get some fans into it. I know you want to build on that throughout the year, but still a good opening weekend.
No doubt. I mean, we can't control the weather, but knowing that fans are making plans to come out and be a part of this, and either way, when we open up on the road, opening weekend, of the first 4 weekends of college baseball, 3 of those were home. So whether we're home the first weekend, we're going to be home 3 of the first 4. So, it's crucial that the fans know about the season, they're aware of it, and yes, they took advantage of the nice weather. So it's a great start at Jim Patterson Stadium.
You mentioned, there would be some areas to improve. Could you elaborate a little bit on what you saw and what those might be?
Oh, man, my notes are always filled with base running. We botched up some base running concepts. We had the Cardinals sin, the strike them out, and we cross the plate, and we cause interference. That's in our system. And it's amazing. You try to teach it, and you talk about it in scrimmages, but until it happens in a real game, they'll learn, they'll get better. We take so much pride in teaching the game throughout the year. So for me, there's a ton of things base running. I know each coach will take bits and pieces from their area and try to improve. Let's get 1% better, right? We got to get better.
Would there be anything you could say about the incident in the in the stands yesterday, and maybe I heard maybe you had got a chance to talk to the.
I haven't spoken to the family yet, but I'll tell you, I flipped the game shirt to our team docs, and in as we call it, help the helper fashion, one doc flipped the shirt to the other doc. So not that we take for granted, their training, but our EMS and our medical staff, as we've kind of been aware in the athletic world, these things can happen at any point, any time, whether it's an athlete or a fan. It's nice to know that we responded, and I thank the other coach and the umpires for stopping the game. I mean, this is important to us, but not nearly as important as a life. And so respectfully, we waited till they got it under control. And I heard the gentleman speaking, apologizing, that he had to stop the game. Shows you how much he loves Louisville baseball. But we were so happy that he was able to breathe and get to a hospital. And we'll definitely check up on him and hopefully cross paths with him here soon.